So let's talk about money today because this is such a topic. Everyone is like want to have more money, or even with manifesting. This is such a buzzword now, and this like putting them together, like manifest more money. This is what we are going to talk about with my today's guest. Let's bring her. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, she's money.
Hello.
She's a money mastery coach, so she's the best person for this kind of conversation. And before I will let you talk, Andrea, I just want to bring that up in the beginning that because we could go any, there's so many rabbit holes about like what to talk about money.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, I would definitely love to get to the point like, how did it happen that I know you mentioned that the soul of money started to talk to you, and this was like, what? So this, and also like you are talking about like manifesting money with ease, like what? Why not everyone is rich when it's like, you can do that with ease? Why people are not doing that? So yeah, so now I let you to introduce yourself and just share your story. How did you get to this point? Like now you're a money mastery coach. How did that happen to you?
Awesome. Thank you, Slavomir, for having me, first of all, here chatting with you. And yes, I'm Andrea Petrek. I'm a money mastery coach. And the how outrageous is it now to claim that I'm a money mastery coach? But this is a topic which is really very close to me. Money is a my favorite topic, basically. And I love helping people to overcome the barriers to money. Because let me just answer one of your questions straight from the get go. How manifesting money can be easy? Well, why is it not? Let's speak about why is it not in the first place. It's just because money is so loaded. It has so much energy around that. It has so many misconceptions around that. And I've decided that I'm going to go on a journey where I'm going to just debug all of the misconceptions around money, because
Yeah,
we probably, the majority of us, grew up thinking about money in a very negative way.
yeah,
And
for
that's the very
sure.
reason why manifesting money can feel so difficult for many. And yet it's not. It's not, it's not, it's not. And just to think of manifesting money as a difficulty is already the first showstopper to manifesting more abundance. So I would just love to invite everyone right now to change that belief immediately. Just saying to yourself, you know what? Manifesting money is easy, can be easy. Just start thinking about that. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Because,
Yeah,
repeating
there,
the belief, oh, it's so difficult, or even unconsciously thinking, well, it's not easy, or it cannot be easy, or it has so many intricacies in it, just gonna make the journey more and more difficult. So it's no point in repeating that old belief, right? So just get rid of that belief that manifesting money is hard, or it has to be difficult, or you have to sweat, or you have to work hard, or you have to give up something and sacrifice your life, your time, whatever, to get money. I know
yeah,
it's a lot, but you've got to start somewhere, right? Everyone has to start somewhere, and changing those beliefs is really
yeah.
the
But
is the starting
there is,
point.
I can feel like how much resistance I can feel like, but that's not
Mhm.
true. Like how I can do that. There's so much evidence, like it really is difficult. Like, if you have this belief, you can find evidence of that everywhere. Like it's really hard because look at those people who has to work hard and so how to like overcome this
Great
resistance.
observation.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, you have a plenty of evidence of people working hard for money. your own experiences in life, working hard to get somewhere, right? Why not looking for the evidence to the contrary? Why not looking for the evidence where people actually do not work hard or a lot and they still have money? Why not look for those kind of evidences? And when you start doing that, you will start seeing money everywhere. People who do not work a day, they never worked actually. They do whatever they want and they still have money. So it has to be possible, right? I'm just going to give you an analogy. There are a lot of people who speak Chinese Mandarin in this world, right? Just because I cannot speak Chinese Mandarin doesn't mean that others are not speaking it or that it's impossible to speak that language, right? And if I want to learn, or if I want to start speaking Chinese Mandarin, the only thing I have to do is, well, start learning Chinese Mandarin. And maybe in some time, I will be able to have a conversation and I will be speaking that language, right? So rather than looking at the impossibility, I'm looking at the possibility of how others are doing it, how I can do that, how this could start being possible for myself. So hopefully that answers your first question.
Yeah, maybe because I'm still like thinking about it, like there's so much evidence how it's not possible. So yeah, to find like how someone else is doing that, because then it's less, you can feel less resistance, because it's maybe it's difficult to switch immediately when
Yes.
I was thinking all my life like it's just not me and it's so hard, and now just start to believe in one moment like it just, but to see others and find that evidence, or find just small things that can be like proof of this opposite belief. So
Well,
yeah,
it's not
maybe.
the easiest thing to change, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But it's just because it's so ingrained in our society, in our belief
yeah,
systems, and it feels like it is the reality. It's not my
yeah.
opinion that making money is hard, it's fact. And to change the fact, you really need to dig deeper into, where is this belief coming from? And then start literally undermining your own unworkable belief around money to start changing it. So there is a process behind that. But again, I wouldn't go as far as saying, oh, it's so difficult to change, because it's not. Changing your beliefs around money is as easy as changing your beliefs around anything else. It is. It is, it is, it is. And just like starting doing it and really wanting to change, because I'm going to really tell you a little secret what I've observed with many people. It's many people will say, I want more money, for example, or I want to have an easier life. I want to change. But when it comes to changing their money beliefs, many people are actually not ready to changing their beliefs. They're not. And you might ask yourself, like everyone personally can, you can ask yourself, right, where you stand on with that, because you might have done courses, you might have like seen things, learned things, followed people, done affirmations, try to change your beliefs. Like all those things are out there, right? It's not something new. You might have even kind of like worked on your mindset, energetics, all kinds of beautiful things, and you might be thinking, well, it's still not working for me. It's
Yeah.
just a pile of crap. The manifestation thing doesn't work
Yeah,
for me, right?
exactly. That's the point. There's so many, people who are talking about it, who are trying to teach you, and it's still like it looks like it just doesn't work.
So I'm
So
just gonna give
yeah,
you the
what's
hard
your
truth, because there are many
yeah,
people like this, right? Myself included. Like seriously, like I've been working on myself for many years, and then I was still banging my head against the wall. I was like, this is not working. This is like not.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
the thing is that it's working to the extent as much as I allow it to work. What I'm getting on with this is basically many people are not willing, unfortunately, to change their really deeply ingrained beliefs. It's not because they don't want to, they really truly want, but they're not ready to do that because that thing is scary like hell. To change the belief that you believed your entire life, which you literally based your entire life on, it gives sense to the human ego. It makes sense of stuff, of the world. And now changing it to something completely different is scary for the ego. So the ego doesn't want to do it. And that's why you might not be ready. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking to everyone right now. If you've tried things and you believe or you kind of think that manifesting money specifically is not working, you might not be ready to do that.
Okay,
That's
but
hard to hear, but
yeah.
sometimes the best thing actually is when people get into such a difficult situation in their life, like literally they're stuck, they're hit the bottom, rock bottom, when they are actually finally ready to change their beliefs, but not sooner. Wouldn't it be just nicer if we could do that? Do change our beliefs when that it's not so like very difficult for us? But sometimes we just have to get to that place. It's very individual, obviously, but you need to be vested in it. Like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
change those beliefs. Like, I'm so vested like never before. Like, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna have it easy. I'm gonna surrender to how things really work and have it easy. I'm done with struggling. I'm done with manifesting or not manifesting and having it really difficult in my life. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And then many people are willing only to change.
Yeah, because it's so difficult to change something that is in your subconscious mind, and you have it there, you don't see that, and there is something you are consciously trying to do something, but subconsciously, you are sabotaging yourself. So yeah, the first, as if I understood it correctly, so you need to decide, like, I'm done with it, and I'm going into it, and just then be prepared to do scary things. What's what's
Sometimes,
your
yeah, sometimes it can be scary. Like I don't want to make it like such a huge deal out of it, right? Because it
oh
is easy. Like changing your mindset, changing your beliefs is easy. But what I find a lot, especially with my clients or even with my audience, right, who are not like paying clients, but I see it a lot, um, because the old beliefs are so deeply ingrained, it is actually really easy for us to slip back into the old beliefs again. Right. So I might just decide I'm going for the new belief. I'm gonna believe that money is energy and all those beautiful things. And I might do it for a moment, but then something difficult happens in my life. I get like a huge bill or I'm paying for something and then shakes my world again and flip I'm back into my old beliefs and giving into fear and scarcity, right? So what happens a lot is that people without accountability, without the support system, without that actually someone who is helping them to stay the course might just slide back because it's very natural to go there. It's kind of like we've been trained to do that for a
yeah,
very long time. So we just do it very naturally. And it actually
and
feels quite going against the grid to stay the new course. But the new
yeah,
course is
exactly.
only something which will take you there. So, sleeping is okay, giving back into like into scarcity and into fear is okay, but the most important step is coming back to the new course where you want to go and not just letting the one off accident take me off my course for like longer period of time. So it's
Yeah.
always the coming back, coming back, coming back. It's just like when you imagine you want to lose weight, you want to get fit, you want to train yourself, you go into the gym, and then one day you go and the next day you don't go, and you go like, oh, you know what, it doesn't make sense anymore, I'm just not going anymore because I didn't go one day, so I'm giving up,
Yeah,
right?
and it doesn't work. Yeah,
Doesn't work like
exactly.
this. You have to go back.
Exactly.
Even when you get sick, you stay in bed for a week, you skip the gym, whatever you're doing, for 2 weeks, for a month, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, you just have to go back. You just have to go back, you just have to go back. That's how you train yourself. This is no
Yeah,
difference.
exactly. And this is, it's so difficult to get back, or not to sleep like back, because it feels so natural, because you was there all your life, and so you don't even realize you are back again, so that's
Mm,
why it's also
mm.
so important what I'm doing. This is my tool, right? Set up your space, set up like physical, visible, tangible reminders of your new personality. This is what I believe. Here it is. And, so you can at least realize, like, oh, I was back again, but no, no, actually, this is my new path. So yeah, this is
Yeah,
probably
absolutely. It's kind of like raising your awareness what's going on, right? Like I'm telling that to all my clients. Everybody has like breakdowns and bad days, and you will kind of like go back and like sometimes, right? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, because if you have the awareness of what's going on, what is happening, what you're doing, you have a choice. If you don't have the awareness, you don't have a choice, because you will be kind of going on autopilot all the time. So the awareness is something to be celebrated, even when I'm kind of like failing. But being aware of that I'm somewhere I don't want to be, it's a gift. Because if I don't know that I'm doing it, I have no choice. When I see that I'm doing it, I'm again in the pitfall, I can climb up, but only when I have the awareness. And that's something to really treasure and nurture and really work on, because we want to get rid of that automatic thinking and the automation of our patterns, our behaviors, and it's a self-discovery journey. So,
so maybe the first thing is like why this like kind of doesn't work is because people spend not too much time in the new belief and just slip back constantly into the old, and so then there is not enough momentum in like changing something.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. Momentum is everything. And yet, if you start seeing this journey as a absolutely perfect journey with whatever, wherever it takes you, well, the thing is that most of us, we judge our own journey. We think, oh, I should be somewhere else. I should be like somewhere better off. I should be making more money. I should be more fit. I should be living somewhere else. And I should be happier and all those things. And we basically not only judging ourselves, but we judging our own journey as well. But if you start looking at your journey as the absolutely perfect journey for you, your unique journey that you designed, your soul has designed for you, so you can learn those things that you wished to learn at the beginning. Like that was the plan, that was the intention. If you start seeing it as a perfect journey, that everything on that journey is actually contributing and benefiting you without judgment, then you start really seeing not only the awareness in things, but also benefiting from everything that is happening. Because truly, there is nothing happening out there or to myself that it's not beneficial for me. There's nothing like that. There is no one putting um, any blocks on my path. There's no one kind of making my path more difficult. it's all designed for me. And if you start seeing that, even in those most difficult moments, that it's all here for you, you will start understanding how all works out just perfectly. And you will stop actually rejecting things and pushing against them and creating more resistance and more struggle, because the struggle is basically resistance, right? It's something I don't like. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be making so like very few money, right? I shouldn't be. Does it make sense?
Yes. So you mean that if I, for example, I think that I want more money because I need more money and I should make more money. So, did you mean that at first I should accept, like, okay, I have just exactly the amount of money I need in this moment of my life? And if I want to change that, so I, what? so, so I
That's the
need to,
one, right? That's the one. Like,
it's like, no, no. It's like, okay, so if I will, I know how it should be. I'm just trying to,
yeah.
play the role of someone who is like not satisfied with the financial situation. So now what? You are telling me that I should just accept, like, oh, this is perfect. So I I'm struggling in two jobs to pay my bills, but it's okay because this is my journey. Ah, okay. so
So
uh,
first of all, there's nothing you need to do or should be doing, right?
uh,
uh, this is just a choice. Again, a choice like everything else in life. And I'm always saying, even to my clients, like there's nothing you have to do. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing things that as you have been doing them so far, right? There's nothing wrong. But from the point of view that you want to manifest, you want to create in your life a different outcome, from that standpoint, the things that you've been doing and that you might still be doing right now are not productive. That's the only difference. And it's a very subtle difference, but it's very important to know there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing right now, because many people take that as a criticism against them, like I'm doing something wrong, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm maybe stupid because I don't understand how to do that thing. No, there's nothing. We're coming back to that perfection of the journey, right? Just because I don't understand the journey, I don't know maybe why I'm going through certain experiences, but there is a higher purpose for that. There is a higher purpose. I'm learning something. I might be getting something. I might have to, like signed up to that exact journey from that soul level, right? And now me, my human me, is acting out because I don't understand. But it's okay. Because if I just let that go, if I accept that journey as a journey, if I stop worrying so much, if I stop obsessing so much that I should be somewhere else, and I start enjoying the journey rather than trying to change that constantly, I will find more peace. I will find more alignment with myself. It's so contraindicative actually to think, well, if I just ease out, if I relax, I may manifest actually more money. So many of us, we have been programmed literally from the start. You need to work hard, you need to worry about money. This is the way how you create money, by worrying about money, by worrying how you're gonna get the money in, where you're gonna get the money, how you're gonna pay your bills, right? We've been programmed this way.
yeah,
And
this is
when I started to
responsible. You need to do that because otherwise you are irresponsible. You just need
exactly,
to.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah,
slacking when you, at least you're worrying. Even if you don't worry, at least you're
yeah.
worrying, and you think, oh, I'm doing something because I'm worrying, and it's so useless. This doesn't work this way, right? It's actually very counterproductive. It's actually creating more obstacles, more blocks, more of the resistance on the way. So, like, we could be talking about the journey like forever, but the really the message is, if you can just find peace with where you are right now and not make it a wrong place to be right now. You might not
Yeah,
like it. You might be thinking, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I wished. Find the peace right now as much as you can. That's not impossible, right? At least more ease, a bit of surrender, and a bit of relief in your situation right now, things would start changing around. They would. Absolutely.
yeah.
Now,
It does make more sense to me, right? Because I'm always trying to formulate things like in some more tangible way. Because before it was so annoying when everyone was talking about, oh, everything is perfect and things are as it's supposed to be, and it was so like, yeah, but I'm in this situation, I don't want to be here, and so what I should do. So
mm,
now is if I can like formulated more like tangible or something. So this acceptance is only like realization, like, okay, what I was doing so far, this is the result and I don't like the result, so I need to change something, but without this criticizing, like, oh, I should be somewhere else and make, but I'm not doing, I don't like it, so I did something wrong, or something's wrong with me or something. Just this
mm,
kind of
yeah,
acceptance, like, okay, this was my experience, this was my like, I tested to do this and it doesn't work, so like, okay, I start to do something else, but everything is still okay with me. There's nothing wrong with my
absolutely.
journey. Yeah.
And like, if you like, I'm always suggesting to all my clients, like, find something which is like bigger than yourself, right? And we are doing it by kind of like looking at the soul level or the spirit level, or you might call it God, universe, source, whatever, right? But it has to be something bigger than ourselves, because when we look only at the human level, at our ego, at the human desires, like, we will always go in circles, because that's the logical brain, which will not allow to let you go beyond that, right? It will always kick in, like, but what are you talking about? Like, there's abundance of money when I open my purse or my wallet and I see only certain amount of money. How like, your belief system will not let you go there by logic. So there has to be something larger than the human being only, right? It has to be something where I can just let myself in, and from there get my beliefs. Because when you start changing your beliefs on that logical level of like the human mind logic, it will never let you go. Like, if I have 10 euros in my account, how can I start saying I'm a millionaire? The logic will not allow me to go there. From that level, from that perspective, the belief is really, really hard to change, because I'm trying to change that from my rational, logical perspective. We have to go beyond. We have to anchor into something way bigger and way more powerful than our human existence.
Yeah. So how can we do that?
Well, that's really something, that I'm changing, like which I'm teaching to my clients, and you might have heard of that as well. It's basically the fifth dimension, which I'm mentioning a lot, and that's the spiritual kind of realm. Let's put it this way. Now, I'm not trying to change anyone's beliefs in God or religion or anything like that, but I think this is something which all of those have in common, and that's something which is bigger, which is kind of beyond ourselves. And for that, you need to be open to this as well, right? Because if I'm talking to someone who goes like, well, I don't really believe in soul, spirit, God, like don't get on with this on me, I'm like, or maybe you're just not ready to receive that. And it's okay. That's okay. I'm not judging anyone's journey. Maybe you just need to be there, right where you are. And maybe there will be a bit of journey to get to kind of like start being opening to these new ideas, to these new suggestions. I'm not here to change anyone's belief system. I'm merely suggesting, your life can get pretty easier when you start believing different things. But I can't make you start believing something else if you don't want to. That's perfectly fine. This is just an invitation to start opening up to some new suggestions, to new beliefs, and to new possibilities, basically. So, a while ago, um, actually, I started connecting to the spirit of money, which was like a shocker for myself because this is where my money mastery journey began as well. I was like an empowerment and not really spiritual, empowerment coach and success coach before. And when I felt that my coaching is taking a different direction, I started asking the questions like, what is my business about? What do I need to be teaching people? And I got the message that I need to be teaching money freedom. Freedom is beautiful, but then what is the kind of like the specificity of that freedom, right? How that's going to translate into my coaching. And I got a very clear message that is going to be about money. And I felt a huge resistance coming up because I was, are you kidding me? Like you must be out of your mind, whoever is sending those messages to me. Like, I'm not the right person to be teaching money. I felt like there are way more successful people who should be teaching money or who are kind of like allowed or entitled to teach money. And I was like, it's so loaded. Money is so loaded. Please don't. Let's not do money thing. And I had to deal with my own resistance first around money to clear that up, right? To really remove those beliefs that people will be judging me because I'm talking about money all the time on social media. They will be judging me because I'm expressing love for money a lot. I'm saying money loves me. I love money, and it works the other way as well. And I know this will trigger people. It will massively trigger people. And it does triggers people. But this is what I think needs to be done. Because if you believe that money is energy, I do believe money is energy. Why um, energy of love or energy of friendship or energy of support should be more or some kind of more valued or more godly than the energy of money? If energy is only energy all the time, and us people, we only attach that meaning to that energy to money. We made it dirty, so to speak. I got a message one day from the spirit. I like to call it the spirit of money. I got the message that, hey, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not the bad guy. I'm just a tool. Money is just a tool for us to have that exchange, to buy things, to make it so much easier for us to purchase things, right? When there was no money, we were trading chickens and eggs and all those things. Money is actually a tool which is helping. All the beliefs around our little opinions, they're just attached to it by people, by society. Why? Because we created that kind of picture of it. Nothing of that is true about money, by the way. It's nothing true. It's just added onto it. Make sense?
Yeah, exactly. This is because money, like this invention of money was really great thing back then when people was supposed, just as you told, like exchange things. So
There's a
uh,
I know where like I could be talking about the resistance a lot. I know many people have resistance, but just like, when I was manifesting my new car last year, I was just like, I love the new car so much. I already love that in my visualizations when I was thinking about that, how I would be driving the car, how I would be, feeling inside the car. I was just like, I'm so in love with that car. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. It has this, this, this. I was in love. If you are not in love with money, why would it come to you? If you are not in love with someone, with a person, and you think of that person as, they're like this, they're like that, I don't see them too often, why would they come to you? It's just like a normal person, right? And imagine the friends you have, the family members you have, the ones you really truly love, and you enjoy their company, and you just love them to bits and pieces. You go like, I want more of them in my life, right? And they're coming, they're attracted to you. But when you have reservations about someone, like judgments as well about a real person, you don't want to meet them, and they probably don't want to meet you either. So it's just love. The energy of money is love. The more you love money, the more you will have that in your life. The more you reject money, the more attachment of a negative sort you put on money. Like, I don't like money, I hate money, I don't want to be dealing with money. Like, just think about how many people are so scared of checking their bank accounts, like to know, to see how much money they have. I used to be like this as well. I would be terrified even going online into my app, seeing what's the remaining sum of money, because I would be just like so afraid of, how much I'm spending. I didn't know how much I'm getting in, how much I'm getting out, and that energy gets to be reflected in the money. And it's just like no avoidance of that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for me was no, for me was the most difficult part was like it's just not spiritual to love things or something, it's just not right. So
Money is the most spiritual thing. Well, it's not even most, it's spiritual. It's the spirit. It's like everything else. Everything is spirit, like you are spirit. I'm a spirit, or I'm a soul. You can name it whatever you want. It's energy, it's spirit, it's soul. Why would money be the only exception to all?
oh yeah, but for me it was also like to love the car, but it's just a thing, but only then I understood the difference. Like, it's not that car, it's that feeling that it brings me. I'm free, I can go anywhere I want, and just feel good. And it's not about, and again, it's about maybe attachment is a problem, not the thing itself. If someone is holding on too much on just having all those things, but it's nothing wrong to enjoy the thing. What do you think about it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Like, I mean, I'm just really sorry that the money and the spirituality got so misunderstood in this way, right? Like, money is something not to be proud of, something you would not enjoy, or you shouldn't be talking about, all those things. And I mean, yes, of course, it's not the most important thing in our lives. We can enjoy so many other different things, but why exclude this one thing out of our kind of attention or focus or love, or the affection we are giving, right? We are giving affection to our plants, to our flowers, to our pets. Why we are not giving attention and affection to the money, which we all actually say we want more of? Because we do. Like, why? Like, I don't know anyone who would say, I don't need more money. I don't need those kind of people. And it's like saying, you know what, I don't need more love in my life, I'm good. I mean, yeah, of course, like, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're expanding your life, you're expanding your love, you're expanding your capacity to hold more, you're expanding for richness in your life. And this is a very natural growth for people as well. We are naturally growing and expanding. It's never done, it never stops, it's never going backwards, we're expanding. And why shouldn't our riches expand as well, in terms of money, in terms of wealth, in terms of abundance, in terms of health, beauty, peace, harmony? I mean, I'm like up for all those things. I'm not excluding money, and I'm not excluding anything else either. But for that, we really need to make peace with money, with the relationship of money, understand what it is, what is not, get rid of all those beliefs which are not workable at all, create new belief system, really apply that, and just truly expand those those I'm calling it the consciousness, the money consciousness, expanding the money consciousness. But it's so much more than just money consciousness. It's the consciousness of our relationships, of life itself. It doesn't work like segmented, right? You cannot grow as a person and say, oh, I'm just going to exclude this thing from my life and I don't need more growth in that area. Well, it's not that you need, but you're going to grow it anyway because you are a wholesome person and you are much bigger than just a human being.
Yeah. Okay, so now, uh, no,
That
I
went
realize
somewhere.
that it's just like the simple and short answer doesn't exist. Like how to manifest more money with ease. Like, oh, okay, you just do these things. You just told it, but
Oh, no, no,
it's
no, no.
still like not easy process.
I'm
It's
always laughing my ass off when I see like
yeah.
on TikTok or on Instagram those videos people post like, if you confirm this affirmation 10 times before you go to bed, you will change your life. I mean, that's one of the tools, right? And you can start seeing some results very quickly when you kind of like get committed. But it's not only that. The belief system needs to be changed as well, and that's the one thing which many people are not willing to do. They're willing to recite affirmation confirmations, but they're not willing to change their belief system. And that's something like literally sabotaging themselves, right? Like on one hand, I'm going to the gym and I'm exercising, and then I'm eating crap. So it's like kind of like I'm not supporting myself from all the possible avenues I could. So really, manifesting money with ease, I would just like love for everyone to start allowing that idea to become truth in their life. Like, this is the first belief that you want to be changing. When you go to work, when you do your business, when you do whatever you do, start noticing what kind of beliefs you hold around money. When you think, oh, I'm never gonna get there, money is so difficult to make, you will experience just that. That's gonna be a reality. So I would just start with the very simple premise: manifesting money is easy. Manifesting money is easy. I might not believe it completely yet. I might not have the evidence yet, but I'm gonna start believing it. I'm just gonna start believing it for the fun of it, because I'm so tired of having it the difficult way. I'm just gonna believe it as much as I can. I'm gonna play with that, and I'm gonna lean into the direction. It's easier than I thought. It doesn't have to be that profound. All sorts of things will start shifting, and I will create new evidence for myself that it's gonna reinforce my belief. It's a journey. There are no quick fixes around this, but you have to be willing. Like that's the very premise. Um, and not everyone is. Not everyone is really ready to do the work on themselves. And sometimes it's just easier to stay where I am with my beliefs because it feels so difficult. And again, it's just a belief. And if it's a belief, it's not set in stone and it can be changed. And everything can be changed. Everything. Just because I haven't changed that yet, does it mean that it's impossible? No. I just haven't figured it out for myself yet. And I'm getting a hang of it. I'm just seeing more and more people doing it. I'm seeing more evidence around myself of that. Just because I don't have the evidence in my pocket right now doesn't mean that it's not the truth. And I'm deciding what is the truth for me. You
Yeah.
know, there's one important aspect that I want to be talking about, and that's the personal responsibility. It doesn't go without that. If you are not ready to start taking personal responsibility for what is manifested, for what you are creating in your life, we're always going to be blaming someone else for the circumstances. Oh, it's my employer, they don't want to give me a raise. Or it's my clients, or my audience doesn't want to sign up for me, nobody's buying my stuff, or it's too expensive, or people don't have money. All those things is actually taking the responsibility out of my hands, and that's out of my control. If you understand that the 100% of control of what is being manifested is with you, you will, not as a blame, there is no blame again for what I'm manifesting, but it will give you the control over the manifesting. And then you will realize that manifesting with ease is actually a choice, and it's my choice. But the personal responsibility for manifesting anything has to be there. I just love the process when somebody, I have a new client, and it's, sometimes they're quite new to this, and they get the, and I'm just laying that over on them, and they're struggling so much, and they go like, but that's not my responsibility. I didn't do that. Like, I'm just having so much fun with that because we all been through this, right? But to
Yeah.
understand this is not a blame game, it's really a responsibility game. Responsibility doesn't mean that it's somebody else's fault or it's my fault either. That has to be cleared out as well. So, um, really,
Yeah.
there are many things, many viewpoints from where we get into that to changing the beliefs uh, around money. It's a process. It's not as easy as just saying affirmation, I'm a millionaire right now, right? Because there are many different aspects to that which need to be changed, which need to
Yeah.
be basically aligned to that new level where you want to get. Because those old structures, the old money beliefs, and it's not only money, it's the way how we earn money, about people, how much money they have, how much do we have, how much we deserve, all of that. The old structures are not working for us anymore. They're not.
Yeah.
We've been taught them, we lived them the majority of life, and now we are struggling because they are not working. And so the structures need to be left behind, and new structures. That's the new money consciousness, which needs to come into place to support you in those manifesting efforts, because it's so hard, darn difficult to build or manifest money with ease on those old structures. It's impossible. It will not allow you to do that. And
Yeah.
that's why so many people struggle, because they're trying to build something completely new on those old structures, and they don't know they have to they have to change those structures first.
Oh, but we could talk about this for
Oh my
for
god.
hours because there's so many things. Oh, you know what? I would like to like wrap up this conversation for now. We can pick some specific topic and talk about it more in the future. But please let us, our audience, with some tangible advice or something. Give me one tool I can start to practice in next day to just become more, I don't know, manifest more money, or just I don't know where to start.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
just one
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
before we like close this.
There is something I really truly love, and it's just like being more playful with this, being more easy around manifesting, not manifesting. Who cares? Having money, not
Yeah.
having money. Okay, not a big deal. I mean, get a proof from the universe, from the spirit, from the soul that you are an amazing manifester. That was something I suggested to my clients recently, and they came back like with incredible results. I was just like, you know what? I get it. Sometimes we get pissed, right? Because things are not moving. If you are so pissed, like talk to money yourself. Talk to the spirit of money and say, like, you know what, money? I just really need a proof right now from you that you exist, that it's not just my imagination doing. I would love to get some sign that I'm so deserving, that I'm worthy, that I'm valued, that I have worth, and all of those things. Show me. I demand you show me, you give me a sign within 24 hours. And it's going to be a clear sign. It's not going to be doubt. I'm not going to be doubting it that it's a sign. It's going to be so clear that money is on its way, that abundance is my birthright, and all those things. Show me. Ask the universe. Ask the universe to show you how good you are, how worthy you are, how great manifester you already are, that it will show up in your life in a way that you will get it, you will understand, and it's gonna make you really kind of like start believing more in those things without me doing anything, folding my arms here. Just show me your universe and watch what's gonna happen. Just be really easy about this. Go and play with this. Be fun around that. Nothing serious is happening. There is nothing you have to do. There is nowhere you need to get. There is nothing you're doing wrong. There's nothing you need to start doing in a more right way. Just be more playful. Let it go. Surrender. Universe, show me. 24 hours.
Yeah, I love it. I will
Yeah.
definitely try this because
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
also my like approach to life, that I want to be more playful, and sometimes it goes and sometimes I forget again, and so this is a process, but this is definitely like
And it doesn't
good
have to be
advice.
money,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah, it
Like
could
you
be
might get a
anything.
sign, like the way how I'm getting this, for example, is anytime I'm going on a walk in my hometown and I'm meeting a person I know, like a friend, a family member, and we just meet and we have a chat or something. I'm taking it as a sign that things are moving, that I'm getting abundance, because people in my life are abundance as well. The connections in my life are abundance as well. And I could be going days without meeting someone I know, but when I meet someone, I know where my energy is and I feel it in my body as well. It's kind of like a confirmation. Oh, yeah, you're doing good. Great. Oh, well, because the connections are actually always
Yeah.
leading me to something next, to something next, to something next, to a new client. Doesn't have to be a new client, to a new connection, I don't know, an invitation to something, a connection that will help my husband to get some plethora of things could be manifested like this. Just don't get stuck too much on money. Be open and be playful around that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for this conversation. Thank you for watching. And maybe you can just tell where can people find you, but I will put that into description anyway. But you can share at least the best way how to connect with you.
Well, obviously on Facebook, you can just find Andrea Petrek, or Instagram. That's the best way to get in touch with me. But I would actually like to, if you would like to kind of get more comprehensive, because information, because we were kind of jumping from one thing to another in our chat today. But I had a manifesting money with ease masterclass recently, and it's a free masterclass right now. So I would like that to offer to everyone who wants to grab that. It's not gonna be free forever, so it's just for now. So if you're watching this in the future, you might not get the free version, but I can pop you a link where you can grab um, the recording of it, and that will give you an idea, kind of like from the start, how to manifest and where to go with that.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you
And
for having me, Slavomir. Have a nice day.
have a nice day. See you by the next conversation. Bye.